Hey guys, my name is Kaushik and welcome back to LetCode. In our previous video, we have discussed like how to use the just runner to run our test script, and also we removed a few of the lines using the context, right? That means instead of saying like browser.launch, I mean chromium.launch and new context, directly we can use the page with the help of just config. Today we are going to learn about the reporters. We are going to integrate the just Allure report in our Playwright. Okay, so reporting, of course, like if you are in automation, like the importance of reporters. So I'm not going to say like what is the importance of report or why you should have all those in your framework. Okay, so basically we are just going to see how the reporter should be integrated in Playwright and few of the configurations from the um, just side. Okay, so let's go and start it. So first thing, of course, we need the just Allure report. So here is the command just npm I just dash Allure. Okay, I'm just going to copy this guy, and then let's go to our terminal. Control J to bring your terminal and paste that. And after that, give like dash D. So dash D in the sense it will be stored in the dev dependencies. Okay, so without that also you can do, but just in case we don't I mean, if you want to save it as a dev dependency, probably we can use the dash d. Okay, yeah. So that's it. So we have added our just Allure. That is fine, but we have to understand one thing: just Allure internally use the Jasmine Allure by default. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to use the Jasmine Allure as well. So here, if I go here, you can see that we have this command. So this already we have discussed about this a lot in our protector series, but you really don't have to know anything about it. If you are know, then perfectly fine, or else you don't have to know about it anything. Just follow the steps. It is just a one time initialization like setup, so we don't have to worry too much. Okay, so here I'm going to install and I'm going to give dash d so that it will get stored in my dev dependency. So if I go to my package.json, so till yesterday we have few things. Today we added the just Allure, and now we are going to add the Jasmine Allure. Okay, so we have added the Jasmine Allure report. This is fine. If we get some kind of any maybe exception in future, probably we can add the Jasmine as well. Okay, as of now it's not needed, I believe. If we face any issue, probably we'll do that. Now last thing, we want this command line to be installed as a global. Why? Because as you know, the Allure report does not open without help of any server. Okay, so we are going to bring this guy Allure command line so that we can have a local server in our machine and we can open our report. Okay, so for that we are going to install this as a global. So I'm going to bring up my command prompt and then give dash g, and dash g in the sense it's going to be stored in the global. Already it's there in my system, so it will say like updated. Here you can see it says like updated in your system. If you are doing this for the first time, it will say like installed successfully. Okay, so then give just to make sure, you can type like Allure, and then you will be able to see something like this. If you are not able to see this, close your command prompt, then again bring it up and type Allure. You must be saying something like this. Okay, if not, then probably you have something wrong with the installation process. Okay, that's it. These are the dependency we wanted before writing the actual just reporter code. There is nothing much code here. We have to just do some configuration. Okay, so first of all, if you see here, based on the version we are going to configure. So the first one, it says like if you are using the version greater than 24, we have to do something like this, or else we have to create something like this. Okay, so let's go to our package.json, and here you can see that we are using the just 26, which is greater than 24. Then of course we have to do this guy, right? So I'm just going to copy this guy, and then let's go to our config file. So that will be in the root of the folder. Okay, make sure whenever I say like config, that should be always in the root level. Root level in the sense, here you can see the node modules are there, right? And few folders are there. So this is my root. Don't create anything within the folder. It should be always like your root or the parent. Okay, then I'm going to add this guy here, comma, and paste the value. Now what is this? This is basically a folder. Okay, so we can just copy this and go to your root of the project and click on this folder icon and just paste the value. Okay, and remove the double quotes, everything. Okay, once you enter, you can see that it's actually created 3 folders. Just Allure within that dist, within that setup. This is like configuration, just will use it internally. We are not going to do anything here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, pretty much done here. Okay, now next thing what we have to do, we have to use the Allure serve once we get the result. So we have to run our test case or test script, then we can use this Allure serve or Allure generate. Okay, before that, of course, we have to know like how to get the reporter, right? So that's going to be very simple. If you see here, this is your describe and this is your eat block. Eat block is very similar to test block. We are using test, but of course we can use this it as well. Okay, and within that we have to bring this guy. So I'm just going to copy this, and let's take our same page object model test script, and yeah, so here I'm going to say reporter, and we are not using this feature, so feature file we are not using, so I will just remove this guy. So here we can see that we are getting reporter is a global thing. We have installed the just Allure dependency, so reporter will be your default. So if you are using JavaScript file, there won't be any compile time error, but since it's a TypeScript, of course we have to declare the type, right? So very simple. Already I told you yesterday like how to declare the page. Similar concept here as well. So I'm going to make it as declare and probably const, and then this guy. So copy and paste over here and make it as any. Okay, so make it as any, that is pretty much fine. Okay, so error is now not there. Okay, and this guy severity, it says like cannot find the name severity. Can we do the import? We cannot do the import. So that is fine, we will just remove this one. Instead of severity, we can give a string value here, like what are the severities available. Here we can see somewhere, I think. Okay, anyways, we will come back to that later. Like if you want to add some severity, probably you can add it, or else you can just remove this one. So this, that is also fine. Okay, so first one is description, like what this is going to do. So this is going to do the login, right? So I will say like login into let code application. Okay, so let code, that is fine. Okay, and story is nothing but your the ticket ID. So like you, if you have like Jira or Azure, whatever you are using, based on that you can give your ticket ID or the story name. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to add some steps, right? So this is like your step, I mean test name and the description. And what we have to do, we have to give the test steps, right? So for that we have like report dot start step and report dot end step, we have to call this. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this guy, and here we'll just write something. Okay, so first of all we'll say like report dot start step, and here we'll say like what we are doing, we are doing navigation, right? So navigate. Okay, and then here we'll say like report dot click login button. Okay, and similarly I'm just going to write quickly just to show you. Okay, so what we did is like we have written some few of the steps, like we are doing the login button. So here it's like click login button, and then it should be not the button, it should be link. So first we are going to click on the login link, and then we are doing like enter username, enter password, and enter, I mean we are just doing the logout. Okay, now once we do the report start step, once the step is completed, we also have to do the report end. Okay, so here I'm going to say like reporter dot end step, I think where is that, yeah. So end step, we have to call this guy as well. Okay, that's it, very simple. So similarly, like wherever we are writing the steps, we have to do the end as well. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this guy, and then here we have, so once we enter the username, we'll just end the step, and once we enter the password, we will end the step, and then once we click on the sign out button or the logout button, we'll click on this, I mean we'll end this step. Now everything should be async and await. So of course, definitely wherever we are using this report object, we have to make sure we are going to make it as await. Okay, so I'm going to select everything, and then I can just make it like await. Okay, so control D is used to select multiple same variable name, and then you can just type await, it will type in simultaneously all the places. Okay, so that's it, pretty much cool as of now. So we are done. Okay, so we have one test with the reporter configuration. Okay, are we missing something? I don't think so. Let me check once. Okay, so we have added the dependency of Jasmine. Jasmine is not needed, but just in case if there is any error you are getting, probably you can install. Let me show you that as well, just for safer side, because these are like your one-time configuration. If you do this properly, then you really don't have to worry anything about. Okay, now I have added this Jasmine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say like npm I. That means this dependency will be now installed in this folder, in this node modules. It will be downloaded locally. Okay, okay, so here you can see added to package. That is pretty much fine. Okay, and then we have this guy as well, and then we have to configure few things in the just config file, right? So we have done already, I think. So here you can see we have like setup environment, and one thing that is not mentioned in the document is this one. Okay, so since we are using the Jasmine as our backend, we have to say like my test runner is Jasmine 2. 2 is nothing but a version. Okay, so Jasmine 2 we are using. Okay, and then that's it, pretty much done. Okay, now let me show you the report. So let's go, and I'm going to bring up my terminal, and let's run this. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to the test folder, then the page object folder, and then I'm going to say just, then followed by my test script. Okay, so let's see whether we are able to get the reports or not. Okay, so the browser got launched and it is launching in the Firefox, because in the previous video we changed the value to Firefox. That is the reason. If you want, you can change it to Chromium as well. Okay. Okay, logged in successfully. Then it should do the sign out. Let me show you that as well. Okay, so one test case pass. So login positive with this Jira ID, some ID, fake ID basically. So it got passed. Now let me show you the result. So if I go to the same folder where we have this test script, here you can see that we got a folder called Allure result, like I mean Allure result, right? So right click and click on this Reveal in Explorer, and wherever you have this Allure dash results folder, don't go inside the folder. From the outside, wherever you have, like you can open the command prompt. Okay, so in the address bar type command, I mean cmd, and here you can see that we have this ls. I mean, for example, if you give like dir directory, you can see that we have this Allure results folder. That is the correct location. Okay, now if you can give clear screen and then say Allure, and then we can say like serve. Okay, Allure serve, in the sense it's going to create a local server, and then it is going to load the file. Okay, so here you can say that test suite we have one suite we have. So if I go to the test script, you can see that we have a one suite and the name is tc001. Okay, so that is what we got here. If you click on show all, and if you go inside that, you can see that we have only one test, and the name is login positive underscore Jira something, right? So that is what we have here exactly. And within that, you can see that we have like navigate to let code, and then once we click on the link, we have another three results. Okay, so I think I have missed something. Let me show you, let me check once. So here we have a start step, we have an end step, and here we have a start, but unfortunately we forgot to end. So what happened, in the sense, it is like internally it created, but everything should be like once we click on the login, it should be like outer, not inside. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring up this step. So once we start the step, of course we have to end the step, or else your report might be look little messy. Okay, okay, let me run once again and show you. Before that, here we are getting the steps, like we have entered the username, we have entered the password, we have clicked on the logout as well, right? But what if I want to add the screenshot? It's going to be very simple. What we have to do is, so here you can see this is the guy. Okay, so here we are just going to copy this two lines. Very easy, I mean, very easy code only, nothing much here. Okay, so for example, uh, let's say that once I enter the username, I want to get the screenshot, right? So before ending the report step, okay, so here we started the report step, we are doing some action using Playwright, then we are ending the report step to store the result in the report. But before that, I want to take the screenshot and I want to paste, right? So I will just copy and paste here. So what we are doing, await page dot screenshot, that means using Playwright we are taking the screenshot. Once the screenshot is there, we are just attaching that as a image and of type png, okay. And this guy is basically a string, you can give whatever you want. For example, here I am passing the username, right? So I will just type like user name, okay, and that's it. Let me show you first, then I will tell you like how to take screenshot for all the steps using a utility function. We are going to create the utility, okay. So let me clear it up and run once again, okay. Okay, so the execution is completed. Now let's go back to our command prompt again and control C to close the existing server. And we are going to use the same command allure serve again to bring the report again. So now we got another report, right? So to see that, we have to again generate that, okay. Now if I go to my tc01, if I go inside it, now here you can see that we got the alpaca steps. Like first it was little different, right? Now you can see the difference, okay. So first we navigate to the letcode website, we clicked on the login, then we enter the username. Once we enter the username, here you can see it's the file name is username, right? That is what here we have specified. Whatever we are going to specify here, you can give some string, or maybe like what is the actual step you are performing, you can give anything, okay. And then if I click on that, you can see that we got the screenshot as well. Now if I click on this guy, you can see that in full screen mode as well, okay. I mean the image in larger size with the name. Here instead of name, you can write like entering username, something like that, okay. Just a naming thing, okay. Like this we can add the screenshot for each and every step, okay. Let me show you that as well. So before that, what we are going to do, we are going to create a utility class here, okay. So for that, already we have a folder called utils. Within that we have a file called environment, where we are um, storing all our environment, like the integration, staging and everything, right? So within the utils folder, I'm going to create one more class, and that's going to be report utils dot ts, okay. And then as usual, we will just export this class, export default, and we'll say like report utils, and yeah, that's it, okay. And of course it is a class, so we have to specify that, okay. Then we are going to write a static function is fine, I think. So we will write like, so we have just written a method of async of static type, so that we don't have to create object each and every time. We can just call like report dot screenshot, and that's fine, okay. Now here if you noticed in our test script, what we done is like we have specified the screenshot name. So I'm going to make that as an argument here, okay. So here I will say like description, and that is going to be of type string, okay. But I'm going to make this as an optional. That means if we pass the description, it will take it, or else it will add some default value, okay. So to make it option, we have to just add like a question mark here. That means whenever I call the function, I really don't have to pass any data. If I have to pass, I will use it, or else I can just leave it as blank, okay. So that is the great feature of TypeScript. I don't think same we have in JavaScript. I don't think we have, but in TypeScript we have this optional parameter, okay. Now we are going to write the code. That's going to be very simple. I'm just going to copy paste, nothing much. So I'll just copy this guy and paste over here. And this page is already available in the global level, so we really don't have to worry about it. Only the report thing is there, so we'll just declare it again, okay. So as we did here, we'll just copy this line and we'll paste it on top of the class, okay. That's it. Now of course, this should be of also await. I didn't call the await here, but it worked. That's fine. Yeah, here also it should be await, but it worked somehow, so not a problem. But make sure you're going to use the await as well. Okay, and then what we are going to do is, if there is a name, we will add it here, or else we will add some default value, right? So for that, we'll just write a if condition, or maybe a ternary operator. Okay, so we can say like, if I have a description, if the description is not equal to undefined. Okay, if you don't pass it, it will be undefined. So if it is not undefined, then I will pass the value itself. If it's undefined, then we'll say like screenshot, just a naming. Okay, what is this code means? It's just a simple if condition. Okay, if it is not undefined, if I mouse over, you can see that it's giving like, either it can, oh come on, either it can be string or it can be undefined, right? So we are checking. If the description is not, it's not undefined, we'll take the description itself. If it's undefined, then we'll give the default name as a screenshot. Okay, and we are storing the same variable, and we are passing the variable here. Okay, so we should pass it here. Okay, that's it, just a if condition. If you are not familiar with ternary operator, you can write the if condition as well. That is pretty much fine. Okay, so we have created our utility function. Now we are just going to call this. So I don't want this guy to be here, I will comment it as of now. And then what I will do, so wherever I want to call the um, um, I mean, wherever I have to call the screenshot, I can call that. Okay, so here I will say like await report utils dot screenshot, and I'm going to pass the data here. Okay, so for example, I'm going to say like navigation. Okay, similarly, I'm just going to copy and here, right? So here I will say like username. And just to show you one demo, what I'll do means I will just pass nothing here. Okay, so once I enter the password, I will not give any value here, so that should work fine. Okay, so if we don't pass anything, what logic we have written, we have written like, if there is no data, that will be named as screenshot, right? So we'll check, we are going to check that as well. And here also I'm going to call it and here we will say like done. So this is my last step, so I'll just name it like done. Okay, and just to show you one more demo, I will write one if condition, I mean another test here. So once I click on the logout, I have to navigate to the main page, right? So I'll just copy this guy and we'll paste over here. Okay, so once the one test is completed, again we'll go to the main page. From there, what we have to do, we have to again click on the login button, right? So header dot click login link. Okay, so we are going to click on the login link, then we are going to do the login, and we are going to do some expect assertion basically, right? Once this is completed, we'll just add the report as well. Okay, so I'm going to say like report that, I mean report dot screenshot. Can we add the screenshot alone without any description? Let us check. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my terminal, and I'm going to clear it up, and I'm going to run this again. Okay, hopefully it should run. So the first login is performed with Kaushik1 at letcode.in. Now, once it's signed out, it's going to again navigate to the main page. It's going to click on the login link, and we got some exception. That is fine. What is the exception? Here we have something like our okay, we got some exception. That is fine. We'll solve it maybe later on. Now let's go. So here you can see that we have one failed test and one passed test, right? Now let's see how the reports look like, and the screenshot. Okay, so I'm going to give Control C, and then I'm going to clear the screen and run the Allure serve again. That should bring up the new test report. Okay, so here you can see the 50-50, because of course one test passed and one test failed. And if I go within this, we can see that we have like one pass and one fail. So red color means failed, green color means pass. Okay, and the order is not maintained here, so you can click on this order so it will be like 1 2 something like that. Okay, now here you can see like how much time it took entirely. You can see the graphs, like the chart, pie chart kind of thing. You can see timeline, but I never used this. And we have like package wise, we have some kind of behaviors, like what, why it's got failed. Okay, let me go to the overview, and then again we are going to check the screenshot as well side. So what we are doing like navigate to login, I mean let code, then you can see the initial page here, and then we have clicked the login link, and then we have entered the username. So you can see the screenshot, we have entered the username, and then we have the password, we have given the password, and then we have logged out. So once we logged out, here you can see again we are seeing the login. So if it's not logged in means, of course it will show like sign out, right? So we can, based on the screenshot, we can verify, okay, our test really passed. Okay, now if I go to the login file, here we don't have any steps because we didn't any add, actually we didn't add anything, and it got failure, so the screenshot is also not attached, I think. Okay, anyways, we'll fix it maybe later on. This video is just for the reporting, and I believe you understood the report entirely. Okay, it's very very simple. Let me just give you a quick recap. Okay, so did I miss anything? I don't think so. If you have any further queries, please do let me know in the comments. I will try my best to answer you. Okay, let me give you a quick recap. First thing first, the setup. Go to your package.json, and here we have like we added Jasmine Allure report, just Allure, and yeah. Apart from this, also we have added the just Allure report. Sorry, just not just Allure command line tool as a global. Okay, this are the things we have to install in the package.json, and then go to your just.config, and here we have to bring this test runner as Jasmine 2 and set file after environment. Here we have created a folder. We are not using this, but just use this folder internally. So you have to create. Sometimes it throws error, sometimes it doesn't throws error, but as per the documentation it is recommended to mention, so I have done the same. Okay, and apart from that, what we have is we have created a report utility just to take the screenshot, right? So if I go to the utils, the report utils, you can see we have this guy. Okay, and this is your optional parameter. So if you don't pass anything, okay, let me show you that as well. I think I forgot to show you that. So let me bring up my command prompt, and I'm going to Allure serve. So if I go to the screenshots, so here you can see we have passed username, so we got the same name. But for the log, for something we yeah, for the enter password we don't pass anything, right? So if I show you the code, where is the code? Where is the code? Yeah, so here you can see that we didn't actually provide any name, right? So where is that? Yeah, so here we didn't pass anything, so it is basically undefined. So if it's undefined, we have set like screenshot, right? So that is what we got here. Okay, and that's it. So based on the report, you can see your test execution and everything. Okay, so very simple concept. And make sure whenever we call the start step, you are going to call the end step as well, and within that you can take your screenshot. Okay, and we'll see the sequential parallel execution, CI/CD, everything in our upcoming videos. Okay, yeah, that's it from my side. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one very soon.